Amazon Publishing presents Wendy Rides an Elephant, written by Wendy Lamberti, read by Wendy Lamberti. This book is dedicated to my inspiring sisters, Enika, who sparked my love for stories with nightly readings in my childhood, Melinda, my constant source of laughter, and Maya, whom I admired for her adventurous spirit. They forever hold a special place in my heart. Furthermore, I extend the dedication of this book to my parents, Adrian and Alida, whose unwavering support granted us the liberty to delve into the realms of creative arts and music while orchestrating remarkable family journeys both at home and around the world. This book is based on an actual true story. This is a story about Wendy, an 11-year-old girl, and about the time the Barnum and Bailey Circus came to Toronto. It was the summer of 1971 when Wendy's mom told her there was an ad in the local paper about how the Barnum and Bailey Circus was looking for young kids to design a poster for the circus coming to town. She asked, "Is this something you want to do and win the prize?" "Of course," as she leaped up in excitement. The prize was $50 worth of Mattel toys, tickets to the circus for the entire family, and, much more interesting, a ride on a circus elephant. Wendy thought that was super cool, and for sure, yes, she wanted to do this. So Wendy and her mom ventured off to the local mall. They went to Kohl's bookstore and bought the art supplies. They bought the most colorful poster paper that they had and some very colorful fluorescent paints and brushes. The basement in her house in Don Mills was very large, with a workbench that Wendy's dad used for all his unfinished projects. This is where she started designing her poster for the Barnum and Bailey Circus coming to town. The poster paper was bright yellow, and the paints, of course, were very fluorescent. This newly designed poster took a couple of days to dry. Wendy and her mom then climbed into her 1971 Mercury Grand Marquis sedan, a giant battleship of a car, and drove down to Simpson's and their office, where they had to deliver her finished work of art. A couple of weeks later, to her wonderful surprise, Wendy got a letter in the mail from the Simpsons department store announcing that she had won the poster design competition with her poster entry. And as you remember, the prize was a ride on an elephant at the Canadian National Exhibition, CNE, and $50 worth of Mattel toys. The ride on the elephant was very exciting and scary all at the same time. It was a warm summer day in August when Wendy and her dad drove down to the CNE in order to take a ride on the elephant. The elephants were waiting to be unloaded from the train boxcar at the back of the CNE. Wendy's dad, an enthusiastic amateur photographer and filmmaker, brought his Bolex camera to film the entire event. The elephants were led out of the boxcar down the ramp. And then the elephant handlers motioned the elephants to kneel on their knees. At that point, Wendy was instructed to step up on the knee of the elephant and then sit up on its neck, holding onto the harness that was around their necks. The handlers then motioned the elephants to start standing up. "Oh my God!" cries Wendy. This is super scary as they moved up. First the back legs, then the front legs. She felt like she would fall off and flip over the elephant's head. But luckily, Wendy held on for dear life. The elephant started to walk around the parking lot of the CNE. Wendy's dad quickly jumped in his car with his film camera and positioned himself to be able to film the entire event as the elephants were paraded by. It was fun and scary at the same time. The motion of the elephants was very smooth and calming. At the same time, they had a horrific smell, but that's something she didn't notice as much because of the excitement of riding up so high on an elephant's neck. They rode around in a circle for about what seemed like a half hour, but it probably was only 10 minutes. After that, they made their way back to the boxcar of the train, and the handlers motioned the elephants to start kneeling back down on the ground and once again hanging on for dear life so that Wendy wouldn't fall off and flip forward over the head of the elephant. The most exciting and memorable moment of Wendy's young life was riding on that elephant. She had made the mistake of wearing white pants, and of course her pants weren't white after sitting on a dirty elephant. When they got home, Wendy's dad ducked into his darkroom and started editing the film he had just made about her experience of riding an elephant at the CNE, a home movie still in her family's home movie library. By the way, watching the circus live at the CNE with the whole family was great fun, although the $50 worth of Mattel toys never arrived. She didn't care because the elephant ride was the big prize of the day.